Oh.
Am I on? Okay. Hello.
Hi, Ryan. Can you hear us?
Yep.
All right. Congratulations.
Thanks.
You were the same seat last week, back again for another round of celebration following a victory at Daytona. Tell us a little bit about those final laps from your seat in the race car.
Yeah, just starting off with how we kind of got through that one wreck. I mean, the big one, we're in the middle lane. I don't know how the path opened up and we were able to get out of there unscathed and put us on the bottom for the restart, and got a great push by Corey LaJoie. I mean, that was the big push that got us ahead to the lead. I think he pushed me so good. I mean, me, Corey, and the four all pushed get single file, and then we could kind of halfway control it. So yeah, just wild. I mean, a lot of blocking. These cars drove a little bit differently than the ones before. I felt like you could tan them a little bit more in these cars, with this package. But yeah, pretty crazy. And we're able to be ahead there. When that last wreck on the backstretch happened, and cool to get our second win in a row. That's really special. I'm proud of these guys. Really happy for them, and cool to have body armor back on the car for their final race of the year.
All right, we're going to go to questions. We'll work to get in as many questions as we can. To start us off, we're going to go to Stephen Toronto. Go ahead, Stephen.
Ryan, winning at Daytona is obviously a big deal, and you've come close at this racetrack before. You finished second in the 500, 2017, 2020. 2018, you had the absolute best car. It got away from you at the end. Do those experiences make it all that more satisfying to break through and win at this particular racetrack?
It does. It does. Those things, you try not to think about those races that you lose, especially at 500. And we didn't throw it away. I mean, just things didn't work out for us. And, you try not to think about that too much, but you do, it kind of eats at you, you're like, man, we've been so close here twice. I know this, this race isn't the 500, but it's still at Daytona, and it's still really special, especially to me. And, and it's also special. I mean, I remember coming here, watching Dad race for years and years and years, and in the 500 and then the July race, what it was back then, and just super cool to me, and I had kind of a surreal moment sitting in victory lane, of kind of just looking out at, the lights shining on you, and you see the big sign of, Daytona and World Center of Racing, and just really cool, as a kid. It's just neat. I grew up here a lot and watching Dad run, and it's really special. So proud of everybody, and cool to be in victory lane at a place like this.
Very cool. Thank you, Ryan. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, we're going to take our next question from Aaron England. Go ahead, Aaron.
Thank you. Thanks, Ryan. Congratulations.
I
asked Todd a similar question earlier this evening. With your teammate Brad Keselowski moving forward to a new opportunity, what steps are you and the 12 team taking to help emphasize the leadership role that you're kind of being forced into with the next coming seasons?
Yeah, with Brad moving on, he's been at Penske for a long time, and I kind of, I consider Brad a bit of a role model of mine, because he's the one who gave me a chance with his truck team in 2012, and which led to driving for Penske and Xfinity and the Wood Brothers, and then now Cup cars. So I look up to Brad a lot. He's done so much for me. Honestly, I wouldn't be here without Brad. Giving me an opportunity back in 2012, and it's pretty crazy to look back. It's that long ago, but I think that role, with Brad moving on, I think, and Joey and I kind of being the veteran guys, I guess you could say, over there right now, just more experience, than Austin or Harrison on the Cup side. I think it has to be your role. You have to be a leader, for sure. And Joey is definitely a leader. Brad's definitely a leader, and I think it's time for me to step up and be that guy too. And me and Joey need to really be mentors and leaders to Austin and Harrison, and make our team strong. That's for sure. Brad does that really well. So I've been really excited to kind of be in that role, for sure. So hopefully we can, continue to work on that and get better and better. And it's been fun to work with Todd. I mean, Todd's been a big part of that. Todd's been a big part of kind of maturing me a little bit, and I'm forever thankful to him for that. It's been a pretty neat ride.
Absolutely. Thank you, Ryan. Best of luck in the playoffs.
Thanks.
Okay, our next question will come from Jim Utter. Go ahead, Jim.
Hey, Ryan. Congrats on the win. I asked this question to your crew chief also. 2 weeks ago, you knew you were already in the playoffs, but over the last 2 weeks, you picked up 2 more wins, and now you vaulted all the way up to the second seed going into the playoffs. I just wondered, does your perspective change a little bit on the possibilities that may exist in front of you going into the last 10 races?
I mean, it's nice to build momentum. I mean, that's for sure. We haven't, we run that Atlanta race in March, and it's been a long time, since we won, last week, and obviously this week too. So, yeah, it's just good momentum. It's good for confidence, and not only myself confidence, but everyone on the team, their confidence and things like that is just huge. You can, really have good momentum, and that's what, momentum is a huge thing in sports, especially, and what we do, and confidence is big in not only motorsports, but sports and life, really. If you have confidence in yourself that you can achieve something and know what your goal is and go out there and do the best you can and achieve it, that really helps you out. So, that part's been really neat. It's great that we've, kind of really got a lot of playoff points here, because that's something that's eluded me in my previous playoff runs, is don't have a lot of playoff points when it comes to start of the the end of the year. So it's been really cool to capitalize on all this stuff, and it's what you need, that's for sure. So we're going to celebrate tonight, and but Monday morning, I mean, it's on to Darlington, and we have 10 really hard weeks ahead of us, and we have to really do our jobs and concentrate. And I look forward to that challenge.
And while we've had several new venues and new races this season, the playoffs are pretty familiar, pretty much the same as they have been. How do you feel about the 10 tracks in general?
Yeah, I feel good about them. Obviously we got kicked out in the first round last year. Just had a couple bad races, and can't have that. But the good thing is, at those 2 races we had bad runs at Richmond and Darlington. I thought the races we had there earlier this year were really good. By far the best, full races we've put together at those tracks, places I've kind of struggled with in the past. And I was really happy with the way we ran at those 2 places. So look forward to kind of, getting a notebook, going back to it. It's so weird, when you run bad at a track for a long time, you don't really know what you need to go fast. It was kind of the same way with me at Martinsville for a long time. And one race you kind of figure it out, and you're like, oh, this is what I need to go fast. This is what I got to do. And you do it and you understand it. And I feel like I kind of had that at Darlington and Richmond earlier this year. It's like, okay, I think I kind of understand what I need to go fast at these places. So let's build off that. So I look forward to getting better at those tracks. But yeah, I mean, the first round, there's a couple of tracks that it'll be a little bit of a challenge, but I feel confident in that. And then we got to get by the first round first. I'm not thinking of any of the other rounds right now. Just got to get the first one.
Thanks, bud.
Cool.
Okay, our next question will come from Aaron England. Go ahead, Aaron.
I appreciate it. I may still have a hand up from before I'm finished.
Oh, yeah, no problem, Aaron. Sorry. We'll go to Lee Spencer. Go ahead, Lee.
Thank you. Congratulations, Ryan. Just kind of wondering, you feel like something has clicked, like a light switch has gone on for you, because you look at your numbers, and yes, last week your first time consecutive wins, or first time you've had multiple wins in a season. Now you've had consecutive wins. That's a first. 5 top 5s in the last 6 races. First win at Daytona. I mean, it just really seems to be clicking right now between you and Todd, which is unfortunate since he's leaving, but things just really seem to be coming together for you.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good question. Maybe if we win out and win the championship, Todd will stay. We'll see if I can convince him to. But, I don't think I can really point out anything in particular. Over the last month and a half, 2 months that we've been running pretty good. Just everything's kind of been clicking and going well. And I think a big thing, actually, if I can pick it out, is, when Brad, and I kind of talked about this earlier, when Brad, announced that he was moving on from Penske, I kind of realized that I needed to kind of be that leadership role that he was, and really given the extra effort to push myself more and just try to get better. I think it's been paying off on that side of it, just applying yourself more and just trying to make yourself, a better race car driver, a better student of the sport. I think that's kind of helped out. So, no, I think that's kind of the only thing, but it kind of it goes a long way, that's for sure. And so, yeah, it's been a good past couple months, and you just try to be on that kind of that uphill, deal right there of trying to gain momentum before the playoffs. And we got that right now. You just have to keep track of it. But I think that's some of it is just, kind of doing some things that I need to do and applying yourself more and understanding you need to be more of a leader and putting those things to use.
And does the 224 in your hat mean anything?
I did this last year when Kobe and Gianna Bryant got in the helicopter accident along with the other family. And Kobe was a big person in body armor, big part of it. So did this last year and just kind of stuck with me whenever I drive the body armor car.
Super. Thank you. Good luck.
Oh, thank you.
All right, our next question will come from Jonathan. Go ahead, Jonathan.
Yeah, Ryan, congratulations on the win tonight. Good to see you again after, your win at Michigan last week. I just have to ask you, 60 years from now, when you're 60 years old, sitting on the rocking chair, what is one thing you're going to remember about tonight's win?
I don't know. Hopefully I can remember, 35 years, 33 years, back in the day. But I think, the biggest thing tonight, I kind of talked about it earlier, just how special it is. I watched Dad race here for so many years, and, just wanted to be in victory lane. And, I think about that, you all remember that Daytona 500 where the jet dryer, exploded and, Dad was in the lead when the track was on fire. And, the excitement of, oh, maybe Dad's gonna win the 500, that'd be a huge underdog story. And, ended up not happening, but just coming down here a lot, and just it being special to not only racing in general and NASCAR, but to my family as well. We've had a lot of great family times down here. So as a kid, so that's what I'll think about. Everyone wants to win here, whether it's, the 500 or, the summer race. It's always really special. So yeah, just what it meant to me as a kid and finally achieving it.
Thank you, Ryan.
You're welcome.
All right, our next question will come from Tucker White. Go ahead, Tucker.
All right, thank you. Ryan, from your point of view in the car, what difference did you notice with the package compared to Daytona and Talladega earlier this season?
Yeah, I thought it was wasn't a huge difference, but I almost felt like you could tandem a little bit longer, and I felt like you could stay attached a little bit longer. That was a big thing that kind of stood out to me for some reason. I don't know why you could stay attached, whether it was less motor or what, but you could just hook up more. But you kind of saw it. You could get massive runs. So, or not even massive runs. You could just tandem longer and just gain speed and then kind of push that guy away just longer than the other series, other car or rules package, I should say. So that was the biggest difference to me as far as handling wise. They handled pretty much the same. A little bit, less power. Obviously, you kind of feel that on restarts, which actually made the pushing a lot more important on restarts to try to get them things up and going. So, just kind of the tandem thing. You could do it for a little bit longer than before, but other than that, I couldn't feel much of a difference.
All right, thank you.
Oh.
Okay, our next question will come from Rob. Go ahead, Rob.
Hey, Ryan, congratulations on your third win of 2021. Got a couple of questions. Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, a couple of questions for you. Now, you've mentioned it before, and we talked about the genesis of racing for Team Penske, but what's some of the qualities from Team Penske that you've adapted into your life that you feel has made you a more well-grounded individual?
Yeah, I mean, it's been really special. I was talking to Mr. Penske earlier today, or no, it was a couple weeks ago at Indy, and we kind of got thinking back, like, man, you got signed up with us in the summer of 2012. I mean, it's been 9 years. It don't feel like 9 years, that's for sure. And it's been a really fun ride but no, I think one of the biggest things is, getting to know RP and everybody. It makes me better as a person, to know his work ethic and kind of how he approaches things in life. and professionally, really helps me out as far as his drive and hunger and his motivation. I mean, for someone who has that much motivation, and he's been doing it for so many years, and he's just won't stop. He just always has to keep going and going and finding new things and new ways to be, more successful and things like that. And you take that. I mean, it's hard not to notice somebody like that. So it gives me more motivation to want to be better at what I do. So that's a trait that I've always really enjoyed, just being around Mr. Penske and things like that. So it's something I try to apply in my professional and my personal life too.
Yeah, it seems like the Tom Brady, New England Patriots connection that you guys have. My last question, and I'm going to put you in the hot seat. Give us 3 reasons why you and your number 12 team can get the job done and win the championship this year.
Man, I'm just saying, I'm only thinking about the first round right now. I ain't thinking about that. The first round, my main focus, and then we'll ask me if I make it to like the round 8, and then or the championship 4. But man, I'm just thinking about the first round. But I'll give you a little bit of something, I guess. I just think this team is so good. They can do it. If they really perform to the best of their abilities, and I do as well, I think we have a good shot at it and capitalizing on opportunities. That's what we've been doing the last couple of weeks, and putting ourselves in positions to win races. And that's what this team does really good at. Good job. So you just try to keep applying that, but I don't want to give you too much. I'll focus on the first round. Well, I'll give you a better answer if we make it further.
That sounds good with me. Well, best of luck in the round of 16.
Thanks.
All right. Well, Ryan, thank you so much for joining us again this week.
Yeah.
Best of luck in the playoffs.
All right. Thank y'all. Thank you for your questions.